billion Ghana cedis of taxpayers' money. Again, ladies and gentlemen, the amount of money we are talking about, if you don't know, could have procured textbooks for basic school children who have gone 5 years without curriculum-based textbooks after the introduction of a new curriculum. Again, this $12 million we are talking about, this money that we have lost to sheer greed, selfishness, and corruption, could have paid allowances of national service personnel in Ghana who have not been paid for 4 months and counting as we speak today. Additionally, this huge amount of money we are talking about could have been used to create thousands of jobs for NAPCO beneficiaries who have been sent home after they were promised permanent employment. This amount of money again could have been used to provide potable drinking water or to construct several cheap compounds or schools for children who are sitting under trees, cheap compounds for people who cannot access healthcare in many deprived communities in Ghana, potable water for many Ghanaians who drink cyanide polluted water, water that animals drink from. We could have used this amount of money for these meaningful investments for the benefit of the country. Sadly, but very characteristic of the corrupt and nepotistic Akufo-Addo Bawumia government, they have distributed all this money among themselves under the guise of expenditure on an aborted, stillborn Ejapa scam. We are totally disgusted, and I believe you are too, by this wanton dissipation of public funds on a needless and useless venture by a government that rode on the back of an anti-corruption campaign into office with a promise to protect the public purse. My brothers and sisters, where did we go wrong? What crime have we committed to deserve this kind of treatment from our own leaders? Why are we being subjected to a constant abuse of our meager state resources by the ruling NPP government? At the time, many cannot even afford 1 square meal a day. At a time, our nation is faced with economic bankruptcy, marked by debt default, an all-time high unemployment rate, high interest rates, the highest in Africa, high inflation rates, and unprecedented socio-economic hardships. What crime have we committed to President Akufo-Addo and his corrupt protege, Alhaji Bawumia? The penchant of this government to hide behind crafty schemes, such as the Ejapa deal, to steal from the people of Ghana is just too much. It is not, if it is not about mortgaging future mineral royalties for a phony offshore entity called Ejapa, then it is about dubious payment of $2 million for a phantom SkyTrain project, which never saw the light of day. From the PDS thievery orchestrated by Alhaji Bawumia to the unconscionable Ameri Innovation deal, all the way to the stinky SML scandal, this government has been relentless in their greedy pursuit to fleece the state coffers. Ghanaians have had enough of this Akufo-Addo Bawumia administration, which has earned the dubious distinction and reputation as the most corrupt government in the history of Ghana. Today, Ghanaians are suffering because the meager resources of the country, which are supposed to be put to judicious use for the benefit of all Ghanaians, have been hijacked by a select few. This is why today students are suffering, teachers are suffering, nurses are suffering, doctors are suffering, market women are suffering, drivers are suffering, mates are suffering, Okada riders are suffering. Engineers are suffering. Pastors are suffering. Church members are suffering. Journalists are suffering. Spare parts dealers are suffering. Women are suffering. Men are suffering. Boys are suffering. Girls are suffering. Children are suffering. And all of us are suffering. We are suffering because of the unprecedented corruption we are witnessing under the Akufo-Addo government. It is as simple as that. The Japan scam, ladies and gentlemen, clearly amounts to willfully causing financial loss to the state. And the culprits must not go unpunished. I want to repeat this for emphasis. Fellow countrymen and women, the Japan scam clearly amounts to willfully causing financial loss to the state. And the culprits of same must not go unpunished. We in the NDC and all well-meaning Ghanaians repose huge trust and confidence in the nation builder, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, to pursue and retrieve for the state public funds that have been lost to looting schemes such as this stinking Ejapa scandal, the PDS scandal, the Bosgate scandal, and other acts of naked thievery by officials of the Akufo-Addo government and their party apparatchiks. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has demonstrated, both in government and out of government, that he detests corruption and will never condone corruption, nor shield the perpetrators of corrupt acts. He has stated clearly that the days of the corruption clearing agents will officially come to an end come 7th January 2025. When by the grace of God, the people of Ghana, he assumes office as president. He has said and demonstrated before that the sword of the fight against corruption will cut both ways under his government, no matter whose ox is God, whether you belong to his government or not. Unfortunately, 1.5 billion Ghana cedis in electricity tariffs alone. According to the Institute of Economic Affairs, IEA, Ghana lost a whopping $2 billion from this scandal, which was orchestrated by Bawumia alone. Again, this is the man who was named in the announced number 12 investigations and fingered in the Galamsey economy documentary by Kwesi Nyantechi and Charles Adubuain, respectively, as a collector, arranger, fixer, and receiver of appearance fees, also known as bribes. There's a man who attempted to steal 10 containers of rice belonging to a Ghanaian businessman for Ramadan donations through his director of administration, Wan Kekose. As we speak, the said director of administration is being prosecuted by the Office of Special Prosecutor, yet he still works with the Office of the Vice President. There's a man who continues to lie through his teeth to Ghanaians without any restraint or shame. And I can go on and on and on. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, the fact is simple. The appearance fee merchant Bawumia cannot be trusted to fight corruption because he is himself corrupt. The only way Ghanaians can get to the bottom of the litany of corruption acts and scandals involving officials of this government, including Bawumia himself, is for the good people of Ghana to resoundingly boot the NPP out of office on 7th December 2024. In so doing, our surest bet of exacting genuine accountability will be to vote overwhelmingly for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and the NDC to enable us pursue true accountability, which has been missing in our national affairs in the last 7 to 8 years. My brothers and sisters, I stand here with the full blessing of the next President of the Republic of Ghana, Inshallah, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, to inform you, and by extension the good people of Ghana, that the next NDC government will investigate the stinky $12 million Ejapa scandal, retrieve all illegal payments made under same, and ensure that all the perpetrators are prosecuted. The day of accountability and reckoning is fast approaching, and no one found culpable will be left off the hook by the next NDC Mahama government. This is a solemn pledge and our charge to keep when, by the grace of God and the good people of Ghana, the NDC assumes the reins of government in 2025. We call on the Ghanaian electorate not to allow President Akufo-Addo and his corrupt cabal of family and friends install as president their puppet, Alhaji Bawumia, whose sole mission is to cover up the many ills of this remarkably corrupt administration and insulate wrongdoers, including himself, from prosecution and punishment. We are absolutely confident in the Ghanaian people to rise to the occasion and reject corruption, reject nepotism, reject impunity, reject arrogance of power, reject economic mismanagement. Come 7th December 2024. Enough of the corruption, enough of the thievery, enough of the abuse of the public purse, which continues to impose untold hardships and suffering on the entire nation. Enough is enough. Thank you for your attention, and thanks for coming, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, let me do it. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, as the custom is, I did this English presentation, I believe, in about 30 minutes, but I'll try and use 10-15 minutes to summarize the presentation in the Twi dialect for the benefit of the account stations who are streaming this press conference live. When we are done and you still have questions, we will give you the opportunity to answer that. Thank you for your understanding.